All right, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Good Success Quick Tips. I am Josh Culler, and with me is Pete Richter. Pete is one of our top sales guys here at actually Housemart, which Good Success is the education company to teach people how Housemart does what they do. And Pete is the Southern Indiana sales guy, so his territory is really Indianapolis down to Evansville, Terre Haute. You do Fort Wayne now, correct? So he's also got Eastern Indiana. So very, very good salesman, and he's got a lot of knowledge on closing. So today's quick tip video is going to be on closing a deal. And I'm excited about this because I'm sure a lot of you out there have problems closing deals. And so let's go ahead and hear what Pete has to say today.
All right, thanks, Josh. Okay, I've closed a little over 200 deals since I've been a sales guy here for Housemart, and I started out without any kind of sales experience. So these tips are what I've learned over the last several years that's helped me to close deals, and I want to share those with you. I think they'll be helpful to you and very practical. One of the things I like to say with the 200 deals that I've closed is it's been 200 deals and 200 happy endings. And what I mean by that, it's a happy ending for the people that have bought the houses from us. The first tip I've got is you've got to believe. You've got to believe in your deal. You've got to believe that your deal's a good deal. And that's not a stretch. It's not something that you're trying to just hit some quota. It's not. We never built our business here to try to take advantage of somebody. We've always wanted to try to hand them a deal that's going to work for them on a silver platter. So you've got to believe in your deal, that it's a good deal. And that includes believing in your numbers. Believe in your after repair values, your repair numbers, and the price you're selling it for. You've got to believe that at the end of the day, whoever buys this property is actually getting a good deal that's going to work for them. Because obviously you're trying to build a relationship with them, and hopefully they'll be a repeat customer. Second tip is you want to work hard. Now these are things that anybody can do. You don't have to have a sales background to be able to take advantage of these tips. You want to work hard to make sure the deal happens. And one of those things is very simple, but we find a lot of people don't do it as salespeople, and that is be available. Be available to your customers. That means answer your phone.
Isn't that a life change?
I know.
That's a life change right there.
Answer your phone. It seems like it's not revolutionary, but I'm telling you, I have sold more houses, I think, just because I've been available. When people are hot, when they've asked, when they're interested, when they're really wanting to buy the house.
And just one thing I want to mention about that, guys. Pete, we actually run the numbers on we used to use Google Voice, now we use RingCentral, but we used to have him have all the numbers together and see how many voicemails and calls and missed calls that we get. And Pete was always at least under 5, but you would get upwards to 100, 200 calls. That's incredible, and I don't know how you do it.
Right. Well,
it's awesome.
And I guess I'm always in the selling mode. So I feel like if I miss a call, that could have been the one that wanted to buy the house. And the same thing goes with if they text you or they email you. Of course, you want to respond to those right away. It's easy. It's not always convenient. It's not always convenient to do it, but it is simple. It is simple to respond. When you do that, you'll be way ahead of most others. And then work hard to provide information people want, answer their questions. Sometimes people want a scope of work, or they want to see a pro forma, or they've got questions. Is the house on well or septic, or what utility company? All the different little details people ask for. Work hard to get them those answers. The next tip is, we call it here integrity. Be honest, be truthful when you're dealing with people, because I think people, especially with salespeople, already kind of have you put in a box of they're not really believing everything you're saying. They think you're trying to work them, and my personality is not to do that with people, and I think that's really helped me to sell houses to folks, is because I don't try to work them. If it's a marketing fact, that's fine, but I don't try to make something sound better than it truly is. I don't try to embellish anything, and then I try to do what I say I'm going to do. You know what, let me find that out for you, and I will get back to you by the end of the day. And then I make sure I get back to them by the end of the day. What you're doing there is establishing trust. If people buy you as much as they're going to buy a house, buy a deal. And the last thing is to eliminate objections. And that comes along with working hard, but one of the things I found, a mistake I made at the beginning of selling, is I wanted to I listened to what they said, and they call it happy ears. I got happy ears. If they said, "Oh yeah, we're interested," we'll get back to you. We'll get back to you on this. I think we want to buy this house. In my mind, I thought that meant the house was sold. Well, it's not that way at all. You've got to find out what's the reason people aren't going to move forward. And you find that out after you've established trust. Just ask them questions. Well, who else needs to? Do you need to ask about this house, or who else needs to? Who's going to be the one providing the money for the house? Who else is the decision maker, for example, on the house? And then listen. You got to listen to what they're saying. Listen truly to what they're saying, not how you want to interpret what they say, but listen to them and saying something like, after they're finished talking, say, well, what I hear you saying is, and kind of repeat what you think they're trying to get across to you, to kind of help them talk out whatever their objections might be. Obviously, it might be price, it might be repairs, it might be timing, it might be a number of things that you can help them with potentially to make the decision. So to wrap it up, I feel like there's 4 quick tips to close a deal. You got to believe in it. You got to work hard to make it happen. You got to be truthful. You got to try to eliminate any objections. And I feel like I've rarely talked someone in to buying a house. What I've really done is I've just helped them buy one. It's really how I think closing happens, is you're just helping them, you're leading them to making a decision that they're probably already on the road to make, and you're just kind of helping them along to do it and feeling good when it's all done that they got a good deal.
Awesome. That was some great tips on closing a deal. Pete, thank you so much for being on, and we will make sure to have you on pretty soon also. Thank you guys for watching, and you can also, we do have a few podcasts on closing a deal. Those will be linked below. Make sure you do give this video a big like and a comment below if this did help you out. So that's going to wrap it up. Thanks guys for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.